as an Interac ALT, you really don't get much vacation time. Well, I used a bunch of that vacation time, and that vacation time also works as sick leave. I used all my vacation time during winter vacation, and I had about 5 days of vacation time because I was on a 6-month contract for Interac. Even if it was a year, I think it'd be 10 days, I guess. Anyways, that vacation time was also my sick leave. And I caught the flu like 2 weeks before my contract ended. And it was horrible. Like, I never had the flu. I got the flu shot. Anyways, I was at school, managed to get the flu. I think it was on like a Monday. I felt shivers, quivering. Cheeks were like, had rashes on them. It was crazy. I couldn't sleep at all. I was shivering. I didn't know I had the flu. Anyways, I went to school with the flu. Teacher and nurse was like, yeah, you don't look good. And they took my temperature. It was like, I don't know, like probably like 103. I went to the doctor. They shoved a giant Q-tip in my nose, like how they do COVID tests. It was the worst thing ever because I also had like a sinus infection. It was just killer. Test came back positive. You got the flu. Gave me a bunch of flu meds. Went home, took them, feeling great antibiotics, feeling much better the next day. Super weak. And I had to stay home for like the entire week. I missed pay, even though I attempted to like go in like on a Friday just so I could be there and get paid more. I essentially lost like an entire week of pay, which was like hundreds of dollars. Private ALT for somebody like Interac who wasn't giving out any sick leave because, oh, here's some vacation. But yeah, that vacation is kind of useless. If you get sick and you need to use it all, then you also have no vacation. Just a giant mess, something I didn't experience on Jet, because on Jet, you get sick leave, you get all kinds of different leave and vacation days on top of that. I didn't have that problem. But yeah, having a lot of that money taken away, especially when you're living in Osaka and your rent's like 70,000 yen a month and your paycheck is only 250,000 yen, and then after all the taxes and everything, maybe you end up with 60,000 yen at the end of the month. With that low paycheck in Osaka, it was pretty rough. So being out a week, it felt like I lost hundreds of dollars. As being a private ALT for Interac, I did have some good experiences, but I also was in a really rough school as well. Teachers were nice, but I had kids in class who would like fight the teachers, talk and play on their cell phones, crazy hairdos. It was like great teacher Onizuka, nuts. I was always the T1. My teachers were like, just come play a game in class if you can do that. It was insane. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really get any good training. That was a rough time as an ALT. Luckily that all changed when I became a Jet. As an ALT for Interac, it was pretty rough at times when I did that 6-month contract. But it was good because I used that experience to become a Jet ALT and put that on my resume. Anytime I want to go teach in Japan, I got that. I got Jet, Interac. Anybody want to hire me, pretty easy. But yeah, just my experience from that. Every situation is different. My school didn't have Kyushoku. My school did not have lunch for the kids. Kids had to bring their own lunch. Teachers had to order the lunch. It was really weird talking to other ALTs that told me that their kids served them lunch. I was like, what is that? I've never heard of that. I didn't really know a lot about like Japanese culture and, you know, working in schools that the kids served lunch, and like that was my experience. Kids didn't serve lunch. I never ate lunch with the kids. I might have eaten lunch with the kids one time, but I always ate lunch in the break room with all the teachers. Don't avoid Interac. Don't avoid dispatch companies, but really do your research and then really try to work out a good contract with them so you're not taken advantage of. But yeah, that's my experience with those companies.